Hello friends! Today I am working on making ephemera. And ephemera, as you know, is temporary, and this is definitely temporary. It is for a bulletin board of a group of kids. So I've already got my fisherman already down. The title is going to be Gone Fishing, which I will put there. There's going to be photos. I'm covering up these photos right here. And now I need to decide what I want to put down here in the water portion. Some of this is going to be covered by photos. I've already kind of mapped out where they all go. And I thought it would be cute to have a yellow submarine right there. This is one of Tim Holtz. I have never used this die set before. And I think I'm just going to cut it out of yellow. Again, it's ephemera, so sometimes I put a lot of time into these, and I haven't decided. I might cut it out of watercolor paper and then ink it yellow. There's that idea. I have these fish. They are not Tim Holtz. I also have a hook with a worm that I haven't pulled out yet. And then I have these little clownfish. Where'd they go? Here they are. The little clownfish. These are also Tim Holtz. I don't plan on putting any of these other cute guys in there, but I have used these before. So I might put those there, and maybe this, which way it looks up on this one? This one's kind of a funny little fish. Maybe I'll do that there. I also have these cute little bubbles that I can use with it. So there's also this one where I could put this fish, and then of course there's bubbles in there. We'll see. I know that this is meant to be really, really deep sea, but then again, submarines aren't in a little city park either, are they? Here is my first thought. I'm literally thinking on the go. So I have these papers from other projects. I could color this a little more orange and use that. So that's a thought. But for right now, and I was thinking, this is yellow. We have a yellow submarine, and I could cut it out of this and then maybe ink a little more yellow on it. So I really think this is what I'm going to do. So this is the next morning, and I am in my very sunny sunroom, and I am going to start cutting my dies. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, of course, is take these off. So this particular die, these don't cut out. What it does is it gives you a raised place. So I'm going to take another color, maybe the purple, and color over that one. Let's take these all apart first though. So this one also needs a little more color, and as does this one, which needs a picky tool to get it out of there. So let me show you something. These are not Tim Holtz, and if you look carefully, there's no little hole for me to put my little picky tool in. Whereas this one is Tim Holtz, and it has a little hole, and I can stick my little picky tool in it, and it comes out. So this shows how, you know, Tim Holtz, this is one of the reasons. So I have a long list of reasons why I love Tim Holtz, and I think his products are superior to others, because I have to dig this one out of there. Yeah, I'm back in long sleeves, but it's supposed to warm up later on today, so I will be out of them by this afternoon. So, but the little hole to be able to push them out is just so helpful, and It's just one of those extra little steps that Tim Holtz takes in order to make sure that his product is really well made and very user friendly. So we're going to assemble these first little fishies, and then we are going to add to them. And I haven't decided if I'm going to use brown or black, and so you know what that means. Ground espresso. So I'm going to use ground espresso just on the edges, just to give it a defined, so it has that definition, right? See that little detail there? I love it. I'm leaving it. So I have to look at the picture here because I've got these little bitty white things, but I didn't know exactly where they went. And so I pulled out the picture so I can see exactly where they go. And these are colorized, which means that Sizzix on their YouTube channel will actually show you exactly how to put them together. And I have definitely used that function a lot. A lot. I have to practically put it up to my face. You know what the ring needs is, I should have a big magnifying glass right here. Oh, the joys of getting older. But if you watched my last video, you know I stopped at 29 and I'm just staying there. So that's it. Now, the fact that all 4 of my sons are older than me, well, that's just a freak of nature kind of a thing, right? Okay, so this guy is made. There's a little divot in it. I don't know if you can see. Oh, good. Let me bring it up. But you can't see it, where I can actually make the eye. So 1 done. Okay. So I think I might speed up the process for this guy. Okay, I've decided I am going to use my ground espresso just to, again, give a definite edge to this. Now, some of this is going to get covered, and this time I'm going to add some more ink to my pad. Oh, I've got that way over there. There we go. You can see it. And this is just pattern paper that I've had for many, many, many years. I have had it in my stash. I have this fear of using something up and then wanting it later and not having it. And I think that's one of the things that I've had with some of my pattern paper is that, you know, they only make them for so long and then they stop making them. And then you are out of luck. So I'm afraid to use them. So fear of using my paper. But I'm starting to get over that. One of the reasons why I'm starting to get over it is that with the inks that I have and the watercolor pencils and watercolor paper, I can make my own paper, and I often like it better than the pattern paper that I have. So that gets me over that fear of using it. And so whenever I can get around to using my pattern paper, I really try to do it. I have a lot of it. I've mentioned before when we moved from Alaska to North Carolina, I gave away about 100 pounds of paper. And then when we moved from North Carolina here, I didn't give away nearly so much, maybe about 25 pounds of paper. But Jack says I still have about 800 pounds of paper here. So, yeah. yeah. Some of it is a good 20 plus years old, seriously. So I love these little swirlies. So, oh my gosh, he's so stinking cute. I can't stand it. And then, where are all of my little Nemos? Here's one. So I don't know if you can tell, but you can now see kind of the raised edge on this one. And this is about all I'm going to do with that fish. This one had the little light thingy on it. And I just decided not to do that because that really is for super deep sea fishing. And I just wanted fish. I think these big ones are going to go in the background, and then I'll put these ones in the front. I need to remember to leave enough room for photos to go there. And I do have a photo going there, so I think I'm gonna move that guy there. And so I'm gonna glue these guys down. Okay, I've decided to use saltwater taffy to color the worm. Now that I think about it, I should have just run it through one of these little bitty pieces that I have sitting around here, but I didn't. So let me get my pink. I think I'm just going to do it like this. I'll hold it down with my little tweezers. Oh yeah, that's the perfect color. Definitely looks like a worm. I'll just flip it around and hold it there. I'm wiggling. I apologize. I'll stop that. Okay, I get aggressive. Okay, so there's that. I had this. This is metallic paper. This one's already been distressed. This was something that is left over from my son's little golden book. And so that will go like right there. And I think I want to glue this little guy on there first, like that, right? So put a little dot of glue right there. So as I mentioned, I save all my scraps. This scrap is probably, let me pull this off. This one is about the smallest that I really save. Start getting too small and then you can't find them, and you know. There is a point where you gotta throw them away. There are scraps that are that big that I do throw away, so, you know, it kind of just depends. That one had been stressed and made looking kind of old and all that. Vintaged, grunged up. I think I'm going to put an eye, though, on this worm. Got a little spot right there that looks like it's just screaming for an eye. This is perfect. Okay, right there. All right. These pens are Micron. Again, I get them on Amazon, but I've seen them at Walmart, so they're a pretty common pen. I decided not to give these 3 eyes. I think that they're definitely more abstract fish. So the only thing I need to do now is to put the title on this. Before I do the title and finish this guy up, I just wanted to give a little bit of perspective. So this is one of the little golden books, and this is pull out a ruler. So this is 12 inches. You can even make it up to like 20 inches with when you flip out. And so like every signature will have a middle page. So you could do something like this. You could do a full scene of whatever. I mean, I have photographs here, but you could decorate with these as a full scene in the middle of a signature, or just a small little something. And I'm planning on doing that with my little golden books. I'm planning on taking a whole page and not putting a photo on it and just decorating. This is a work in progress, right? Anyway. Okay, as we are being serenaded by my husband, sanding a woodworking project, I thought I would say the Gone Fishing is alphanumeric classic lower. The little clownfish were from Under the Sea 1. Okay, the other fish, see, this was not from Tim Holtz. I just got this on Amazon, but you can buy these Sizzix folders in this size, the Tim Holtz size. That's all I put in on Amazon, or from Sizzix, or from like scrapbook.com, or a number of other different places. But this keeps things together nicely. We also used Wacky Transportation for, oh, let me get this up here so we can see it. How about I go like this? That makes my life easier at least. Okay, so the clownfish, the other fish, the fisherman, the Wacky Transport for the yellow submarine. Under the Sea 2, we used this fish, only I did not use the piece that had the little thing. Part of me regrets that, but it's okay. So this little bit where I have the Gone Fishing cut out of actually comes from this piece of paper. I just decided to use some of the shiny stuff. We used scraps that I already had. And this is, I've mentioned this, I don't know, countless times, that when you do a project and you've got leftover, hang on to it and then come back to it. You know, some of these white areas, especially like this one here has a lot of white area, I may add more color to it. But I won't do it until I get on a project where I go, you know what, I would really like to stamp some stuff on here, or add splashes of blue, or whatever on here to go with the project that I'm working on. So that's these are lifesavers for me. I don't think I mentioned this. So the worm and the hook come from a company called Quick Cuts. I bought these over 20 years ago, and this for me was my entry into die cuts, and this is how they came. So now they come all different ways, but they don't come like that anymore. So you're no longer limited to something that would fit onto this little square. So like this walrus doesn't fit onto the square, right? You know, and some are totally cut out. Anyway, I'm not an artist. I can't draw and then cut out all nice and fancy. These die cuts really make my life easier and more artful. How's that? I mean, these are all kinds of things that you can put into your junk journals that would make it enjoyable. And you know, I could do the submarine in any kind of color, including into like some metallic. Ooh, see, I could do metallic and then run it through one of my grungy texture fades and turn it into something that looks very steampunk, very different from what it looks like right now. So there's so many things that you can do with these, and you can be making new and different and better and, you know, more tailor-made items for your pages. This is what I do. This is fun for me. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I am a new channel, and I'm hoping to see y'all each day. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a single craft project. And have a wonderful day.